I need to start watching the One Piece live action series because I grew up with One Piece. It has been in my life since I can think of. I think since I was 6, it has been in my life, and I mean, I'm up to date with the manga. I'm up to date with the anime. Played a bunch of the video games, so I should definitely give the live action a shot. People have enjoyed it. And I mean, there's a second season and it has been announced, so I should definitely give it a shot and just enjoy my time with it. I also just love seeing all the behind the scenes stuff with the actors, or like just extra stuff with the actors happening right now. They all became such close friends, and that's just very cute. So yeah, I should definitely give it a shot. But for now, what we're gonna have to give it a shot is the SCP-1603 called The Murder of. So yeah. Let's give that a shot first, shall we? Okay. We have a bunch of SCPs that are rated-wise it's in the 200s, which is nice. Even the second one, which was rated 52, is still pretty solid. So yeah, let's go. Safe. Any evidence of the murder of is to be removed from public and police records. A cover story in which Mr. was in fact killed in a car accident is to be maintained. Personnel tasking with removing evidence. Let me check something real quick with the item stuff. Is it on random? Yeah, it's on random. Good. Tasked with removing evidence or maintaining the cover story are to be dosed with a Class C amnestic each week in order to prevent memories of murdering Mr. from causing mental damage. Any civilians who become affected by SCP-1603 are to be taken into custody and dosed with Class A amnestic. SCP-1603 is a phenomenon relating to the 1983 murder of New York businessman by an unknown party. Footnote says, censorship of the victim's name has proven successful in preventing SCP-1603. Okay, so you have to censor the name. Okay, when an individual becomes aware through any means that this murder has taken place, they will immediately believe that they are the killer and usually confess to the authority figure within a short period of time. Imagine if like 10 people find out about this SCP at the same time, and all of them go to the police and be like, "We did it! It was us! Lock us up! Officer, it was us! I regret everything I've done in my life!" The officer's like, why are 10 people confessing the same crime? How's this possible? Okay. As well as simply believing that they are murderers or becoming affected by SCP-1603, victims will also possess vivid memories of committing the act, and in some cases, personnel knowing Mr. before the murder took place. The reason given from the murder varies from case to case, and previous motives given by subjects have included the murder being a crime of passion, the murder being revenge for blackmail attempt by Mr. the murder being an attempt robbery that went wrong, the murder being committed so that the subject could elope with Mr. wife, the murder being the result of a drug deal gone wrong, the murder being committed after the subject grew obsessed and began stalking Mr. the murder being an assassination contract that the subject was paid to carry. Again, imagine 10 people. 10 people think that they are the murderer of Mr. and they all go to the police at the same time to confess, and each of them have a different story of why they done it. The officer that has to hear the 10 people confess to the same murder but for different things will be like, I don't know what to do. Who is telling the truth? Who is the real one? And also, that guy got killed like 30 years ago. Imagine like a 15-year-old kid comes up and it's like, I did it, I killed him. It's like, that's not possible, dude. You weren't alive when that guy got killed. Like, that's... Now back the way up, okay? You didn't do it. Please believe me, I didn't put me behind the bars, bro. In all cases of memories created by SCP-1603, the subject will often cite locations and people that do not exist as part of the background of the murder. If the subject is given inaccurate or false information relating to the murder, which is later corrected, the memories will quickly adapt to accommodate this new information. Also, if you like, there was a Miss Baker. It's like, no, there was not a Miss Baker. Living in that house, there was a Miss, there was a Miss Oliver there. And like, yeah, no, that's what I said, Miss Oliver. He's like, no, you did not. But okay, sure. In cases where the subject would have been actually incapable of murdering Mr. such as not having been born at the time of murder, living in a completely different part of the world, or having a medical condition which would have prevented the act, the subject will not gain the vivid and specific memories that other subject possess, but will still strongly feel that they are the guilty party. So yeah, like I said, even though if the 15-year-old kid shows up, it's like, I murdered him 30 years ago, then they still will probably believe, they will just go on believing it. Okay. SB-1603 was first discovered by the Foundation after the initial police investigation into the murder, which resulted in all officers assigned to the case and all witnesses to the crime confessing to killing Mr. After a large-scale Foundation operation, the situation was successfully contained, memories of the murder and subsequent incidents were removed, and the cover story was successfully established. How does that work with the SCP Foundation? I guess as long as you censor the name, right, you're good. But I'm pretty sure the first couple SCP Foundation agents and researchers also confessed to being the murderer when they found out about the subject's name. And like, oh yeah, it's about this guy. Somebody killed him. It's like, I've done it. It was me. It was I all along. So yeah, this sounds like a very messy SCP to like start containing. You know, I mean. There are some SCPs that like containing them at the beginning is like really easy, but then like afterwards keeping them contained is very tough. And then there's some SCPs that like containing them at the beginning is very hard, but then like once you have to contain it's pretty easy. And then there's SCPs that are easy both or hard both. So this is definitely one of those ones like starting to contain them is very rough, but then once you have them contained, you're good. Interview log -1. Interviewer Dr. Interview D29122. Good afternoon. Hey, now I'm just going to show you a picture. If you recognize the man in the photograph, please say so. It's just Shy Guy. It's just SCP-096. Why would you show me this? It's too late now. Doctor shows a photograph of Mr. To D29122. Don't know him. Sorry. His name is Steve Davids. Do you know him? I just told... wait. His name is Steve Davids. Do you know him? I just told you I don't know him. Alright. Now I can look at this picture and tell me if you know the man in it. Doctor shows a photograph of Mr. Body to D29122. The photograph has been altered to hide the stab wound which killed Mr. It's the same guy. I don't know him, alright? You don't know Steve Davids? No. Doctor gives D29122 a previously prepared piece of paper with Mr. name on it, not looking at it himself. Now, if I were to tell you his name was the name on the piece of paper, would you know him? D21922 begins to be uncomfortable. Never seen the guy. Sorry. Are you sure? You look pale. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm fine. Really, I could have someone else ask if you... Okay, you got me. But I didn't mean to. It was an accident. You have to believe me. Can you tell me what happened? I mean, this guy Fred, footnote says here, as previously mentioned, this individual most likely does not exist. We were taking this shit from this house. Owners were meant to have been on vacation. I don't know why they weren't. Just looked up and the guy was coming at me with a baseball bat, shouting to get out of his house. All that shit. I didn't think. I just panicked. I just shot him with my gun. Actually, I believe the cause of death was stabbing. That's what I said. He just hit me and everything went red and I was stabbing him. I wouldn't do something like that. I wasn't in my right mind, I swear. Well, thank you, D29122. That will be all. This is very interesting. We have some very good SCPs this session. I gotta say, we have some very good SCPs. I do like what we had. Oh, does this... Man, all of them are so good. I don't want to put them... Yeah, no, I will put them here. There's some really good SCPs this time. Again, the idea of like multiple people confessing to the same crime, but they did it differently. Yeah, that must have been chaos at the police office.